Republican leader and political and business consultant Puneet Ahluwalia joins me live on the broadcast for more on that story. Good evening, Puneet. Thanks very much for speaking with us here at WION. If I can ask you, how does the United States view multilateral fora such as BRICS, given that it's made up of countries like India and China, which are developing economies, but also very important voices on the global stage?
I think I must commend Prime Minister Modi to be going and visiting BRICS in the serious circumstances, which he just was able to not blink and make China blink. And I commend him for that. And then going out there and talking, as General Mattis has said, that all options are open in terms of negotiation. And that's exactly what he said. It tells you how finesse and refined and an excellent leader he is in regards to leading India. So I commend Prime Minister Modi on that. And first thing is, it's important for him to go out and share the India's view in BRICS and the role it's going to play in the coming years. I think the most important question is, what is North Korea going to be doing next? And that's one of the biggest concerns, which I think China and India is doing, which President Trump tweeted is that despite China's all request, North Korea is not doing what it needs to do. So I think it's all depends on what the conversation is going to be about North Korea, and that's where it's going to be all about.
All right, absolutely. I think it's a given that North Korea will come up for conversation, and of course the timing of that test, we can't take away from the fact that it happened on the opening day of the BRICS Summit. In many ways, that's the second challenge that China is having to deal with. I mean, after Doklam, it is its own ally North Korea going ahead and showing heft to Beijing. So clearly the work is cut out for Xi Jinping and China at large when it comes to the conversation points at BRICS this time around.
I think they're on the back foot, and importantly, it's how China not only shows what it's doing with North Korea and also with Pakistan. And Pakistan has also been a point of concern in President Trump's conversation about Afghanistan and South Asia policy. So I think these are very important points, and Prime Minister Modi has a very strong hand in his back pocket to say how we will deal with not only the North Korea issue but also of the terrorism issue. And I really want this to be taken to the next step up, because it's a disappointing and a concerning conversation, but nobody takes up to the next level. And I think Prime Minister Modi is in a very right position to take this conversation and discuss these issues of a rogue nation like North Korea, which has been at every point pushing the buttons of Asia region, and most importantly, it's also doing the region in especially an ally of Japan, ally of India, which is Japan, and of the United States. And at the same time, it's also poking. In fact, Pakistan is also poking India. So I think these are important issues which we need to bring out, which is important for the BRIC nations to discuss. It's not only trade, it's about stability of the region.
All right, we leave it at that, Puneet. Thanks for joining us here on WION and sharing your perspectives with us on BRICS. We'll, of course, keep track of all the developments coming out of Xiamen. But over to another very important story in just a bit.